Welcome to the Fascia-Informed Therapist, the essential podcast for occupational therapy professionals looking to deepen their understanding of fascia's pivotal role in therapy and health. I'm your host, Amy Mayer, an experienced occupational therapist, practice owner, and dedicated educator. Here we'll dive into the fascinating world of fascia, exploring its significance in the human body and its critical influence on occupational therapy practice. Each episode will bring you cutting-edge insights, expert interviews, and practical strategies to help you confidently integrate the science of fascia into your therapeutic approach. Whether you're a seasoned practitioner or just starting out, our goal is to equip you with high-quality, evidence-based, and fascia-informed continuing education opportunities that will enhance your skills and benefit your clients. So join us as we unravel the complexities of fascia and transform the way you practice occupational therapy. All health and wellness practitioners are welcome. Let's learn, grow, and evolve together. Hi, I'm Amy, and this is another edition of the Fascia-Informed Therapist. In this edition, I'd like to share with you a little bit about something that I think is kind of funny and interesting. I want to share a little bit about my myofascial.com website and the blog that goes with it. And to give you a little bit of background, I started my myofascial.com website while I was still working at Creighton University because I was preparing to transition into my practice full time. Still not yet knowing if I was brave enough to do it, but ended up that I was, and here I am almost 7 years later now. But I started with a WordPress website because they had this blog component to it, and it was one of the most widely used at the time. This was 2017. And I did it all myself. I learned how to do it. I had a little bit of experience doing website-ish stuff at Creighton way back in the early days of teaching online. We used FrontPage, if anybody remembers that, to start creating our teaching platforms. But of course, now we have all sorts of wonderful things like Canvas, and I don't know what all the new ones are out there now, but anyway, that's part of what has made me comfortable doing online content and creating online courses, because a lot of the platforms out there, like Teachable that I use, is very much like Canvas, and I think easy to follow and easy to create. There's other things I'd love for them to add to it, but it's pretty simple and easy to navigate, I think, for the consumer. Anyway, back to my website. I remember when I was first building this website and I was telling my friend, oh my gosh, look at the statistics. 10 people came to my website and found it online. That's amazing. And I had no idea what I was doing with SEO and all that stuff you can do now, but I was excited about that. And to me, my website was going to be a place where, yes, people could find me and make an appointment, but it was also going to be a place where I could write things that would also be helpful to my clients, where I could put the exercises or recommendations that a one-stop shop where they could go and learn things and have resources that would be helpful to them. So I started writing a lot of the blogs simply as, here's some great information that will help you be more comfortable in your body and be able to use your body better and function in the world and have a better quality of life. And I would be stimulated to write something based on questions that I was being asked by a client, or themes and what was going on. Or maybe it was some cool thing I read somewhere else, or a piece of science that has come out that I wanted to educate people on in a very practical, functional way. But what I think is really interesting is what blogs I wrote have become the most popular blogs that are that people are finding. And I'm super excited now. I've gone from about 10 people in a month to about 900 people, unique visitors in a week. So that's pretty awesome to me. And in the last week, the stats were about 1,500 different page views. So that's great. Now, the blogs. So the most, I can get statistics off a website too, or off of WordPress, sorry, of how many recent views a blog has had. And in the last 30 days, this particular blog has had almost 800 views. And the title of that blog is, Are Your Clavicles Where They Should Be for Pain-Free Movement? How Fascia-Focused Stretching Can Get Them Back in Line. Almost 800 views in the past 30 days. So people are Googling that. So I can also get, well, what are the search terms people are using to find these things? And I do get a lot of people just searching for myofascial release and fascia, and they end up on my website and search for stuff. But the clavicle thing always blows me away because it's always the top performing blog in all of my blog. I don't even know how many I have. I can't even guess. It's a lot because I've been writing the blogs for the past 6-ish years now. And the blogs too, they all come through. Everything I write is, of course, through that lens of fascia, but it also encompasses all the other body systems and how they work together. But it also encompasses all the traditional stuff that I know from being an occupational therapist for 32 years, and all the other things that I like to learn and read about, like Katie Bowman's Move Your DNA, changed my perspective. If you haven't read that, please read that. And that will start your thinking about posture and alignment. And she's a biomechanist, and she writes extremely well for the public and the rest of us. Stuart McGill, another person you have to read if you want to better understand the spine, the back mechanic, that's what it's called. Anyway, so all these things influence my thinking and my writing, and anyway, the clavicles. People want to know about clavicles, and apparently nobody else is talking about it, so they somehow end up on my blog, and hopefully after reading that, they understand that, okay, your clavicles are really supposed to be pretty parallel to the ground. Pretty horizontal, actually, and not this angle that a lot of us have because our upper traps have gotten so tight from forward movement and lack of range of motion and stress. And anyway, the blog takes them through how the clavicle is really part of the shoulder, and if you are that angled, you could be looking at shoulder pain down the line if you don't already have it, because everything's not where it belongs to function its best. And then gives them some tips on how they can stretch that area and start moving it and thinking about it differently in order to make change in their body. And also lets them know, yes, you can change your fascia in order to get things back in a more functional place. The next highest performing blog, but only about half as many visitors, so pushing 400 in the past 30 days, is Adult Tummy Time, and why you should be doing it every day. It walks them through, okay, we think about tummy time with babies because we want to help them create a strong spine and start working on their neck muscles, right? We need to think about it with adults because when we're adults, we tend to have really poor, a lot of us tend to have really poor posture. We tuck our butts under and our head comes forward, and we create that little C shape that we had when we were in our mommy's tummy and we're trying to get rid of with with baby tummy time. So adult tummy time helps us counteract that C shape that we put ourselves in a lot when we're sitting in slouched positions. So coaching your clients into tummy time, especially if there's somebody that has back pain, can be really helpful to just do a long passive stretch. Now, of course, you have to ease people into that. I had a client who, whenever he laid face down, he wanted a pillow or two underneath his stomach. And it, of course, took me a little time to convince him that, okay, let's see if we can get rid of one of those pillows the next time you come in. But you should be practicing this at home if you really want to get through this back pain, so that you're not recreating that C shape all the time. And of course, he got there eventually. So I invite you to read those 2 blogs if that's of interest to you. But yes, people are searching. I actually don't know why people are specifically searching adult tummy time, but they are, and they're landing here in a lot of cases. Okay, let's look at some other ones. Legs up the wall, a simple pose with huge benefits, 130 views in the last 30 days. There's another one I wanted to find. What's tight, muscle or fascia? How do I know? 182 views in the last 30 days. And then there's another one I wrote on bleacher butt. Let me find that. And that one was written purely because a client came in and her butt hurt and her back hurt from sitting and watching a family member at an event. Okay, 140. Do you suffer from bleacher butt? How to sit comfortably in bleachers. And 140 views in the last 30 days. So that's a lot. So people are out there with all these unique issues that they're using Google to search for. And I missed this one. Another one, 312 views in the last 30 days. Put yourself pain-free in the driver's seat. And this one has come up many times from clients and trying. I have a client that's looking and making her choice on which car she wants to buy purely based on how comfortable the driver's seat is. So people are looking for these kinds of things as well. Let me just scroll through here quick and see if there's any other ones that stand out. No, there's myofascial release, surgery preparation, and post-surgical healing, 58 recent views in the last 30 days. So there are a lot of unique things that people are looking for. I think this is a message that your clients are probably very interested in these things, and getting a little more knowledge about the fascial system helps you. If we think about that evidence-based triangle, one of them is, what are the client's values? What do they care about? What are they looking for? What do they need? And people are out there looking for information about posture and pain and fascia, and getting the knowledge about the science of fascia is going to help you solve old problems in a unique way. It'll help you educate your clients in a unique way and likely make a difference. I certainly see that every single day in my practice, and I want to empower every other OT practitioner out there to have this knowledge, and any other practitioner that is willing to listen. You are welcome to my blogs. They are free and can give you some very practical. They're written for the public, so they're very, very, very practical. Okay, if you really want to dive deep into the science, I've got the science class I would love to see every single OT practitioner take, but it is also written in, I think, a really good balance of science and practicality. I am not a biochemistry person. I never took that in school, so I digest that in a way and post it in a practical, relevant way for you to understand how it matters to our practice and in ways that make sense for you to explain it to your clients so that they get it. They understand how their body works from this perspective. And anyway, I hope this was helpful and interesting, and maybe you also have bleach your butt or want to do some tummy time. Go read them and check them out for yourself. Go to marewellness.com and then to Fascia-Informed Thoughts, and you will find the blog there. And then I'm slowly working on adding some blogs and thoughts to the Fascia-Informed.com website. But I hope everybody has a really wonderful day, and I will see you next time. Thank you for tuning in to the Fascia-Informed Therapist. It's been a pleasure sharing insights and strategies to help you integrate fascia science into your practice. I'm Amy Mayer, and I hope today's episode has inspired you to explore further and take your therapeutic skills to the next level. Remember, we're committed to creating and providing top-notch, evidence-based, fascia-informed continuing education that empowers you as an occupational therapy practitioner. Stay connected with us for more enriching content, and don't forget to check out our online courses to deepen your expertise. Until next time, keep expanding your knowledge, refining your skills, and confidently applying the science of fascia to your practice. Here's to advancing together in health and wellness.